Hello Capricorn, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw honest truth. This is your June 2020 tarot forecast, and your theme of the month is the Queen of Wands, someone who is dynamic, vivacious, ambitious, very authentic, has a lot of integrity, stays very true to herself, gets things done. Definitely noticed when she walks into a room. All right, now obviously whether you're male or female, I'm sorry, that's your energy that you have for this month, it seems. Okay, let's see what else is in store for you for the rest of the month. But before I pull those cards, less than 5% of you watching right now are subscribed, and if you could just press that one little button, it would help me out so much. I'm new on YouTube and I'm growing, and every little bit helps a lot. And if there's even a little bit of this video that resonates with you, if you could hit that thumbs up button, it really helps me out a lot, and I really appreciate it if you want to do it. Okay, let's see what's in store for you. It turns out all right, but if you're watching this right now, chances are you're not feeling very good. Let's get a few clarification cards just to be sure. Interesting. So I feel like either you or someone in your life has been really disappointed. So, I mean, I'm just going to talk like it's you, but there may have been some sort of financial loss and lack of stability, or something didn't working out when it comes to work or land or property or contracts, things like that, investments. It just hasn't really worked out, which is a shame. But I mean, you're thinking a lot about it right now, and I think you're taking a lot of time to yourself and thinking about, what is it that you want to actually get the life that you want. And I think you're actually discovering that the joy for life is actually within, and it's because you've been keeping to yourself a lot lately that you've been able to discover that, because there haven't been those outside distractions. I mean, maybe you have been kind of keeping in touch with some people, but not really. You're mostly being with yourself and being very inward and introverted. Someone in the past might have betrayed you, potentially or at least let you down and disappointed you and caused you a bit of stress, and which has led into the situation. I think maybe they weren't really thinking of you, they were just thinking of themselves, or potentially you weren't really paying attention, or tried to ignore, and maybe you have tried to ignore this past betrayal. And this could be anything from someone saying not very nice things about you behind your back, someone cheating on you, just someone kind of going back on their word, and it's like, what are you supposed to do about it? So what's interesting is that the good thing about this loss, this financial loss, that it's really waking you up. I feel like in the past you really weren't fulfilling your potential the way that you could, but now you are have a better balanced idea, a more objective and clear vision of how you got to this point and how to get to where you want to go. And I think you're also deciding that you want to, it is okay to want to have nice things and status and to treat yourself. So that's fantastic. In the future, there will be some sort of a message that's going to come pretty intensely, where you can maybe approach things that have been financially, you could be more victorious in your workings, especially when it comes to creative projects. This disappointment has gotten you to tap more into your intuition and to go with your instinct, because it's like, well, I've lost this, so I might as well just go with what feels right, because it's not like you're risking anything. You're definitely going to have a new, clear perspective, and I think you're going to let it be known that in the future that, you're back and you're moving forward for what you want, because, I mean, you've got the Prince of Wands, the Princess of Wands, and the Queen of Wands, right? That's intense spiritual energy and sometimes sexual energy. And I think you're going to want a partnership. And I don't necessarily see this as being a love partnership. It could be, but it could also be a business partnership, and just being able to, or if you are already in a partnership, you and your partner are going to be, seeing eye to eye a lot more. And I think this will have balanced you out in a sense that you'll be able to have a better relationship with them in the future. And there will be victory in the future. I mean, just so you know, the disappointment is being represented as the Five of Pentacles, which is Not only is it a minor arcana card, it's also the 5, so it's very transitional, and it never stays like that very long. I honestly think you're going to kick yourself out of the situation faster than you even realize, and that's partly by staying true to what you want to do, having integrity, and going for what you want, what feels right in your soul, in your spirit. Let's pull a few advice cards, and then we'll do destiny cards right after, okay? All right, so first advice card, we've got the Star. So you really have put yourself out there, and you might be a little bit vulnerable, but that's okay. There's a lot of hope, there's a lot of inspiration, and potentially a new start, okay? And I know you want to get to really positive energy and everything. This is a start. This is the start for it. You also have the 10 of Wands, so you also might be feeling like you have a lot of burdens with you right now. There's too much responsibility, and just there's too much weighing you down. You really need to start asking people for help. You shouldn't be doing this all alone at all. Ask for help. And we have the Justice card, okay? So you now have a much more balanced perspective. You need to continue to balance your perspective. Look at things from an objective manner. Sometimes where you want to go, you need to think logically, rationally, how you're going to get there. You know, it's good to use your emotion to decide, and your intuition and your instinct to decide where you want to go. But you will, once you start moving in that direction, I think you'll need to use your rational thinking head to get there rather than your heart. So it's like your heart points you in the right direction, and then your head gets you there. But your head needs to be balanced. Fourth advice card, we've got the Devil. So, I mean, I think partly to get that balance, you need to de-stress, specifically probably from this disappointment and potentially a past betrayal. But just know that any mindset that you have that's negative and makes you feel negative, that's a disconnect from, you know, this wand fire spiritual energy. You need to move away from that energy, and you might think, oh, well, this is the way that things are, and if this happens, then this is going to happen. No, that's a trap. You can always walk away. Look at these stairs. There's no door, there's no lock. You can always leave this negative frame of thinking and walk away. Nothing's stopping you except for the thoughts in your head and the fear that makes you think you can't leave the situation. You can totally exit the situation 100% at any point. Nothing's stopping you except for yourself. And you also might want to be wary of drinking too much and any type of addictive behaviors or negative toxic people. All right, pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. We're going to do destiny cards. So do comment below if you want, you know, about what is this disappointment, what's this loss, what was the, you know, betrayal or stress in the past, and yeah, please let me know. All right, so when you pick the number 1, 2, or 3, you need to go with your first instinct, the first number that pops in your head. Never second guess yourself, because that's your ego, and we are using our intuition right now. If you picked 1. Yeah, so you're definitely hurting from this loss. So we've got 4 of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the 4 of Wands. And I think it's definitely more of a financial loss or something that made you feel secure and a bit more solid. So you're not really feeling as solid. And you're also feeling stuck, like there's nothing you can do about it, but you've gained a lot of enlightenment from this. You've learned a lot, which is so important. Your advice is the 4 of Wands. So you might want to be connecting with family or anyone who makes you feel like family, because they might help make you feel more grounded again. Also, you might, wherever home is or whatever home means to you, you might want to stick around there, because that's going to give you a foundation that's going to help you regrow your backbone and regain your strength. If you pick 2. If you pick 2, we've got the Page of Pentacles, the 6 of Discs, Success, and we've got the Magician. So if you pick 2, I feel like you're going to be upgrading your skills. You're going to realize that there still is an opportunity for you to move your work and your career or improve a particular skill set in a certain direction, and it's something that you enjoy learning about. So you might be at the beginning phase where you're studying, or just the very beginning phase of training, not necessarily putting it into action yet, but you're learning about it and you're loving it. And there might be, for example, some sort of a loan or something that's been approved that's going to help put you in that direction in a physical manner to where you want to go when it comes to finances. So for example, it could be, oh, you've been accepted to this university or college for a particular course, like a training course. It could be something like that, okay? Your advice as the Magician is saying, you know, think about what you want, and you can find balance in all aspects of your life, and you can manifest and create whatever you want. You can create and manifest abundance. It's okay to do that. Make sure all aspects of your life are in balance as well. But yeah, focus on what you want. Where focus goes, energy flows. If you pick 3. If you picked 3, you're definitely a hard worker, and you're very resourceful, and you're able to make things happen when it comes to finances. If there's, you know, budget cuts or money crunches or whatever, you're able to somehow make things work. I feel like you're the type of person that could look into a cupboard that has like 3 random items of food and make a really nice meal from it. You know, very resourceful, able to do a lot with not very much. That's great. And also you follow your intuition and you enjoy this as well. So I think it feels good for you to be doing this. And the Empress is saying, you know, you've worked really hard and you should be really proud of yourself and everything that you've accomplished. So it's also important to treat yourself like the queen that you believe that you are. Treat yourself like a queen, okay? All right, if you'd like a private reading, please send me an email or check out my website. That's in the description below. Definitely subscribe because I do monthly, mid-monthly readings. And yeah, if you're still here, secret bonus card, Judgment. I believe there's going to be a big announcement, a big crossroads, and a massive reflection of your life and where you want to go. So I do think that there's going to be a big life-changing event or announcement that you're not going to be able to ignore, but it might bring a lot of things up. But as long as you stay authentic and true to yourself, you're good to go. Have a great month. Bye.